Ladies and gentlemen, this is Yusuf Fully, and in these slides I am going to talk about the impacts of currency fluctuations. So let's begin. When the currencies fluctuates, when the exchange rates becomes volatile, so they do have effects on the economies, on the businesses, on the consumers, on the remittances. So the fluctuations in the currencies affects the overall economy. So in these slides, we are going to discuss about the downsides of strong currencies as well as the downsides of weak currencies, and we will also be discussing about the benefits of appreciating currencies and as well the benefits of depreciating currencies. So let's begin with the downsides of strong currencies. When your currencies become strong, you will start relying more on imports and you will do less exports. So you will simply become an import based economy, and your own industries will remain non-competitive, and there will be no growth on those businesses, and no growth in these businesses also means that there will be no growth in your GDP. No industry growth means there will be no jobs in the future. The unemployment rates in the future also gets increased. Besides these industries growth, GDP is linked with the exports, or rather I say the net exports, that is exports minus imports. So when you will be doing more imports than the exports, the net export amount will be in negative, and this negative value will affect your GDP because net export is a part of your GDP. Besides these downsides, the appreciating currencies also do have benefits. The first benefit is you will have to pay for the imports, and you will become a more import-based economy. So these were the downsides and the benefits of appreciating currencies. Now we will analyze the downsides of weak currencies. When the currencies devalues, the cost of imports increases, and this increases the consumer burden because when the cost of imports increase, so the customer have to pay more for the products. And the import based businesses, the businesses that run on imports, the businesses whose raw material comes in the form of imports from the other countries, so they also get affected. The cost of their product increases. For example, Atlas Honda spare parts for its vehicles comes from foreign markets. So when the cost of those spare parts increases, so do the as well the price of the cars or any other vehicles also increases. So consumers have to pay more for those products, and businesses will be generating low profits because the demand of those products also decreases. So when the demand decreases, there will be low sales. So these also impacts your businesses and the consumers. Like we saw, the appreciating currencies have benefits, so do the depreciating currencies also have benefits. The first benefit is if you have a good supply of raw material, or if you have cheap labor, you will become an export-based economy. For example, China is an export-based economy. Because China is cheap labor, so it tries to maintain its currencies on a weaker level, so that the product of China should be offered at low prices to the consumer living in foreign countries. Due to these low prices or weak currencies, help China to increase, so Chinese companies increase their sales in foreign countries and get good amount of profit, due to which the domestic businesses become efficient. Apart from this, and the low currency rates encourages more remittances from the expatriates. The expatriates who are living in the other countries, who are employed in the foreign countries, constantly try to take the currency rates or exchange rates of one country. When they devalue, so they start sending their money to their relatives, so that they should get more money in those countries. Because of increment in the remittances increases the foreign reserves of a country as well. Apart from these, everything is dependent on exchange rates. When the exchange rates become volatile, the markets also become volatile. So this volatility leads to more risk. There will be more risk in the market, so no one will be willing to uh, invest on these markets. Currency fluctuations also affect the monetary policies because the exchange rate is basically monitored by the central bank of a country, and the central monetary policies are linked to the central bank. So the tools like interest rate and the money supply also get affected when there will be effects on the interest rate. The mortgage payments you have to pay, they also be affected. The return on investments also get affected, and the prices also can get affected, or there can be chances of inflation as well. Stable currencies are more better than the fluctuating currencies. Stable currencies are one factor to attract more foreign investment in the form of foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment. Foreign direct investment is when the foreign investors become in one country and open new businesses, due to which there will be more employment opportunities and there will be tax revenue sources for the government. And foreign portfolio investment has been foreign investors, they start buying more shares or securities of a company, due to which the economic environment in a country becomes very good. We saw that the fluctuating currency rates affect your economies, affect the businesses and the consumers as well. So thank you very much for listening.